I talked to Steph right before I came here, and she said, that season that we won the national championship was fun, but it was more fun for the memories off the court. And obviously, you did special things off. When you sit back and have cold beverages and aren't thinking about basketball, is that when the stories really come out and you really reflect on, man, we were just a great group of friends that were having a great season?
Yeah, I think so. And I think Steph hit it on the head of, you don't even remember, like, I've never watched a national championship game from start to finish. I've never watched it. It's the Katie Douglas throwing the ball in the air and the celebration, and then what we did after, the fun we had after, the fun throughout the season. And you try and pass on those stories to the players now, and I don't know if they fully understand. It's not always the points, the wins, it's the memories that you make with your teammates, and those things last forever.
What's, going back to a game, was there ever a talk of, man, we were one bucket away from having a perfect season?
I don't know. I don't think we thought we were really that good. Like, I remember beating Tennessee in the home opener, and I remember Carolyn saying in the locker room, if you play like that, we'll do what we said we want to do. And I don't know that there was ever talk of like national championships, or I think it was just, let's play the best we can play and kind of see where that lends us. And as we started to multiply wins and wins, back then there wasn't social media to create a buzz of like undefeated seasons. Like, you just played basketball. So, for us, it was just about one game at a time, and it just ended up kind of snowballing into wins, and then it took us all the way.
How often do you think about your introduction to Purdue women's basketball in that Tennessee game?
I'll tell you, it's a great recruiting tool. It is one of my favorite stories, and I don't know, it sort of changes and gets cooler every time I tell it. But, it's a metaphor to me for don't wait to get ready, be ready. And little did I know that, Yukari was going to pick up 2 fouls and I'd be inserted in the game so quickly. But the other piece of that story is, don't be afraid, right? Like, I was a freshman and we're playing the #1 team, and there's Pat Summitt standing over there, and, I'm in the game 7 seconds and I let it fly. Like, who does that, right? And it was just a credit to, the coaches having me prepared, myself being prepared, and then a little bit of a swagger of thinking, hey, it might go in. So, and the rest is history with that.
Did you know the impact you were making back then, that this would be something talked about 25 years later, and a lot of people who were fans or whatever at that time, this is a moment that they still take a lot of pride in?
Yeah, I don't think we did. I don't think that we ever knew how far this would reach and how long it would stay. But I will say this, Purdue fans are different. There's very few fans like Purdue fans that understand and appreciate success on the women's side like we have had. And so, I get fans all the time. I'll be at, Meyer, and I'll get somebody to stop me and say, oh, we were at your season when you won the national championship. I'm going, holy smokes, like, this is unbelievable. But it is a testament to the fans and the community here at Purdue that they have withstood 25 years of appreciating what we did in '99.
Now you're in a position where, you lean on those teammates maybe that have kids and say, hey, we're trying to get out and recruit the next wave. So how much of those relationships come into play now in your everyday life, being back in West Lafayette?
I think, as far as now we're recruiting, teammates or friends or people that were around the program 25 years later. It's crazy to say that, but it speaks for the quality of our team. And I wouldn't send my kid to play for you if I didn't get along with you. If I knew what you were like as a teammate, chances are you're going to be like that as a coach. So I think it's a testament to how connected we were, but how real we were and genuine we were. And I think 25 years later, you have an opportunity to see teammates, kids play. They know that connection. They know my personality, who I am, and I don't think there's one of them that wouldn't send their kid to play for us.
So now looking at your coaching experience, like just thinking about that big win, and like you said before, staying ready and being ready, how do you kind of let these players here know that that could be you?
I think they roll their eyes when I tell them the story, like, okay, Coach Kelly, I'm sure that's not how it went down. And I'm like, no, really, get the VHS player and I will show you that's exactly how it went down. 7 seconds, right? So, I think I try and translate it into the confidence I bring as a coach, and I try and let that sort of spill over to the players. I think it holds true for life. Why wait for the job that you kind of want? Go get it. And, that's one of the reasons that I'm back here is I've always wanted to be at Purdue. And when the opportunity came about, I went and I took it. So I think that speaks a lot for the confidence that I only not have in myself, but in this program.
Cool.